Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 3 Game of Thrones with me, Omega and Rhaegar Targaryen. So in the last episode we have sort of spent a lot of time trying to make it work for the Iron Throne. And today hopefully we are going to start focusing more on ourselves. We ended the previous episode by our new wife, Lyanna, actually requesting that we make a tapestry for her, so I wonder if that's gonna go somewhere. But my plan for today is actually doing a couple of decisions. I'd like to either train for the tournament, or I'd like to find a common tongue linguist who can hopefully teach us that. And I'd probably like to go to Summerhall if we can as well, because we are becoming a little bit stressed. 48 out of 300, that's still okay, but the stress is a bit overwhelming, or can be a bit overwhelming. So let's try to gather a bit more money for now. Queen Lyanna gained the train pregnant! Nice! Okay, so our first child with Lyanna is on the way. Now you are 6 Rhaenys. Can I give you to... Actually Rhaenys could be given to my mother. She will accept Rhaella. Okay. And Prince Aegon should go to the Maester. Yes, let's invite you to the court. And you as well. Because we want you to have here. Well, Prince Doran of Dorne. Okay. So our daughter should now be under the guardianship of our mother. Actually, no. No, yes, okay, that's our mother. I always, for some reason, I mistake the portrait of her for me. I don't know why. Lord Gavin's friendship. While his numerous attempts to curry my favor have not gone unnoticed, I cannot feel but irritated by Lord Gavin's sudden interest in me, and I cannot shake the feeling that the man's intentions are not pure. Vassal in the wall. Okay. But he still has a certain charm. Why can he not leave me at peace? Why can he not leave me at peace? I want to stay and rest and enjoy myself. So actually, let's see if we can find peace among the ruins. So let's try to escape to Summerhall. I need some time alone with my thoughts and away from all these people. Summerhall may be in ruins now, but it will provide a welcome respite. So we spent 150 prestige and we can lose some stress. So off I go. The ruins of Summerhall. The tragedy at Summerhall was almost the end of the Targaryens, but there is a strange sort of peace among the ruins. My mind feels much clearer now. Time to return home. 36 stress. Okay, that's pretty good. A child's dream. Lord Viserys has always been infatuated with the tales of the Kingsguard, none more so than Lord Commander Geralt, the White Bull of the Iron Throne, viewing him in the same light as Ser Serwyn of the Mirror Shield and Ser Simeon Star Eyes. I thought little of his dreams of being like these legendary figures, as all children have heroes they aspire to be like, but as Viserys has gotten older, his dreams of joining the Kingsguard have become ever more real. Just today he came before me and asked to set aside any betrothals I might have planned for him, so that he can start training to become a member of King Rhaegar's Kingsguard. By all means, little one, your duty is to your family. Okay, he gains training to join the Kingsguard. Okay, so let's postpone his betrothal. He still is betrothed, but he will not marry now. Okay, fetch Lord Alan. Thank you for seeing me, my liege. I come to you today with an urgent request. A malady of discontent prevails in my lands. He wants us to visit. We would gain stress. Alas, I am too busy for such frivolities. Greetings, my implacable liege. The realm needs a secure plan should you be indisposed, and I'm sure we agree that I'm the best possible candidate for a future regent. I ask you to confirm my natural position publicly. Decline. Can we name Queen Lyanna as the regent? No. Okay, you can declare war on the Warden Ruins of the Sleeper. Who? Oh! Skane. Ruins of Skane. All the gods are beyond the wall. Ruins of Skane. Well-organized levy service. Lord Simond came to give us his pledge to serve me well. Okay, knights are fine. We are doing this well. So let's trade for tournament. Okay. Let's find the common tongue linguist. Okay, so first the linguist. It is imperative that my children and I speak the tongues of the nobility. I can bring in skilled language tutor to ensure this. Okay, so let's start the search. At last, the search for a common tongue linguist has come to fruition. The candidates have been presented in front of me, each of them carrying their own expertise in foreign languages. Joreda is a renowned common tongue linguist. Jairus will do the job. Second thought. Her aptitude is good. Okay, you are much cheaper. Astute intellectual content arbitrary. Okay, Jairus will do the job. Okay, and Cobbler's Square, the Septon. While Cobbler's Square is usually the domain of busy craftsmen, sometimes it finds itself subject to those who fervently worship the Seven. This is due in part to the square residing east of the Gates of God, and also a result of long-standing tradition amongst the preachers of the faith. It's hardly uncommon to find the Septon taking their turn to preach to those who listen, and today is no different. No, this is all wrong. Do we even worship the same faith? Huh. Well, let's see. I take position up beside the Septon and begin to call out their mistakes, loudly. They retort, but I am stubborn and smarter than them. We spend a good part of the day debating the faith with great fervor, although it becomes less about the Seven and more about being right. Wait, why do I come to Cobra Square again? Okay, we have a 99% chance we gain 100 piety. I guess that's because our learning is, oh my god, 26 and his it's 2. So that makes sense. Lord Byron has came with gifts. That is really nice. We are now known for dedication to our faith. And I actually wanted to check and see if we can at this point. Wait, faith of the Seven. because we were still worshipping the father, but now that this war is over, we might want to switch it, I guess, to the mother, because we want to have our child as soon as possible. So let's start worshipping the mother, who is loving and protective, often being called upon to keep loved ones safe. She is also associated with fertility and other roles in motherhood. So let us pray to her for a child, and we get a daughter. Oh, Lyanna, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you, and now we have a perfect little daughter. Who will you become, my child, and what shall I call you? Rhael. I like that name. May you grow strong and wise, my daughter. So our first child of the relationship with Lyanna has been born. Aegon. If Aegon is training for Kingsguard, it would make sense to send him as a ward to Lord Commander Geralt, the White Bull. So, can we do that? No, he's still too young. He needs to be 6, I think. Any decisions that we can take? Capital? Nope. Greetings, my thoughtful liege. I have arrived in the Red Keep to pay my homage. Serve me well. You got so much prestige, it's insane. Okay, let's hold court, because we want to do that. Commencement. Gesture the first one to come. Civil rivalry. Master Damian, who has clearly been working himself up about something, greets me. My king, the dogs of Goldguard Heights think they are better than us, he spews, cracking their haughty jokes each market day. Commander Rhaegar, the miserable cur, needs to be put in his place, and those damnable fools made to respect Hook Market, the greatest city in King's Landing. Yeah, you will stop this. There is a couple of options. We can take one or the other side, or you will stop this foolishness. Where did it begin? Both words, but will you settle with this action? But you will settle with this action. You waste my time with petty disputes. I mean, that would be my original choice, but we are diligent, so we are just gonna force him to stop this. And we're gonna get civic cooperation. A frightful peasant strolls all too close before AGOT steps between us. Oh, he backs off with a wink, laughing through scant teeth. Your lordness, I'm coming here from Black Glass Port with a matter of grey-out import. His eyebrows undulate. Is seeking the cooper's wife now. She so slipped a fence one night, and she only went and got into the old farrier's veggie patch, his pride and joy. Tears of laughter streams down the convulsing peasant's face. You don't say. Please go on. Begin common touch. Master of Queen Donald, fix it, please. Where Donald starts hating us. You're a fool. My fool. Okay, we can get a fool. Hold on. We will appoint Aegon as a fool, but Worship of Dragonstone gains commoners mocked. What? How did this man get in? Anyone? High 14. Well, Aegon gets insulted. Is he a fool? No, he's just ugly. Well, we we are diligent, so none of these options are actually without stress. So we either talk with him and get stress, or we send him to someone else and we get stress because we are diligent, or we make him our fool but he is insulted and is deceitful. Lowborn. I guess we are gonna send him with Lord Donald to fix it, whatever that was. Because all the other options doesn't seem to make any sense. I mean, we're not gonna just throw him out when he's in. Making him a fool doesn't also seem that nice. So that one went against diligent, but in a sense we actually made him whatever that was he was talking about. We tried to fix it. Dust to dust, a thin regular peasant stands before me, gawking at the opulence of my throne room. Obviously distracted, I call him to get his attention. Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. My village in King's Landing was hit by blight this year. We lost not only our crop, but our seed too. We have nothing. We shall starve without help. Glancing around the throne room again, he adds, surely you have wealth to spare? Let us establish a crop-sharing system with neighboring villages. Or you will have the funds you need. Your service will repay the debt. And if the fields are barren, you shall wield a sword. Get plowshares to swords. What's the free labor? I'm not going to choose that one, but I'm interested. So we could get free labor. Now let's establish the crop sharing system. And we're done here. Okay. A ton of nonsense that led nowhere, but we went through. We don't want the grand tour or the grand tournament. And nice, we can designate a tutor for our child. So I think the actual guardian should be Geralt Hightower. Educate. Guardian. Wait, what? He can't? The White Bull? Jonathan Dore. So do we have anyone? Oh, we have Arthur Dane here. So could we do it based? Choose a ward from my court. Horace. Okay, so let's put him to this sort of morning Dane. I guess that works, and Prince Aegon. Okay, so you are getting guard Prince Aegon and educate him. I don't know why I couldn't do it with Gerald Hightower, it's a bit weird, but fine. Lines about legacy. The latest work of my vassal, Lord Perkin, has become all the rage at court of late. The piece deals with memory and what we leave behind, and Perkin has publicly dedicated it to me. The heritage of a king. Men need not fear as lives depart, provided they leave behind them art. 'Tis rare enough for men to admit that all they leave behind is shit. So far, I've kept my thoughts to myself, but the buzz has grown too dramatic to ignore for much longer. I don't know how I quite feel about this. So, it's a diplomacy challenge against me. Perkin, I can see this is truly heartfelt. Okay. Let's go with that. And gain a bit of piety. Lord Perkin. Is he a poet? Could I invite? No, he's landed. Activity join the Lord Paramount Timmins Grand Tournament. Okay, I actually don't want to join the tournament, but I would like to train for a tournament. Wait. So let's train for tournament. Tournament training. And then you turn to the right. Lord Paramount Qualon yells while dealing a powerful blow to my sword that makes me take a couple of steps back. They won't go gentle on you in the tourney, my lord, he says, drying the sweat from his forehead. If you want to win, you can't afford to lose, not even to me, not even once. Okay, so this is a prowess challenge. 10% we gain the train strong, 44% we increase our prowess by 1, 47% we get well trained for 10 years, and 17% we get wounded. We gain well trained for 10 years. Gloryhound Vast Opinion plus 5. Okay, so, but we were at the tournament before. So you know what, I think we might actually join this tournament. You have to wait within 57 days. We do not have a caravan master. So let's search for a caravan master. Someone experienced. So we have two choices, Aelor or Aegon. Persis. Aelor's aptitude is excellent. Okay, Traveler. And Aegon. You are 48 and Aegon is 45. So let's go with Aelor. We lost a lot of money, but we have someone who is going to keep us safe. Intrigue Courtier. Okay. And we got an available perk. Chivalric Dominance, Captain Effectiveness and Acolyte Glory Gain, or Courtship. Romance Keep Power Elope and Chances. Never back down. Okay, let's go with Chivalric Dominance. And we are going to... Okay, we have to depart now in 11 days. So let's join the tournament. Oh, that's a long way to go. So the chances are fine with the exception of the River Hilt. There's a 20% danger here, but I think we can fix that by hiring a Mountaineer. Okay, then the chance is 1%. And we can go. We're gonna have 16 in entourage. Okay, it costs 13 gold, but we're fine. Okay, so we're going to the Grand Tournament, a fresh start. My vassal Lord Paramount Tywin is hosting a Grand Tournament competition in the vicinity of Pendrick Hills, and time has come for us to depart. We shall represent the House Targaryen and make the High Valyrian people proud. While we are there, we should also seize the opportunity to experience the Westerman culture. I'm actually joining only because I want to dedicate my victory again to Queen Lyanna, so I can't wait. Who is our regent? A spy was discovered. Lord Lucerys has discovered a spy. Varys was caught searching for secrets in the darkest corner of your court. Wait, hold on, wasn't Varys... No, we have Lord Lucerys here. We had Varys before, but now we've actually caught him spying against us. Varys will be banished from the realm. He must rot in a cell. There's only one punishment for this crime: death. I will be merciful, but this scheming has to stop. I have a fair reason. So let's imprison Varys. I don't know where we got Lord Lucerys as our spy master, but I guess that he is good enough when he managed to capture Varys, and I'm wondering if we're gonna send Varys to the wall. That would be interesting. Travel, a low delicacy. On our way through Nightwick, we appear to have stumbled into a local food market. Everywhere, peasants and nobles of every culture and tongue clamor around exotic food stalls, the air thick with fragrances I have never imagined. My nose is drawn to a lower stall stacked with a dish I could only dream of. I am pulled out of my haze by the halting grasp of Miles. Do not waste your palate on this slop, my lord. Bowls of stew aren't for peasants. We have much finer food at home. I am the king and I want my bowl of stew. Okay, we have a chance of getting a good meal or a nauseating meal. I can't believe I almost ate this garbage. You gain the trait ill. No, let's not. Let's listen to our knight. Travel of travels to come. Journeying through Whitebreak, I pass by peculiar-looking tents wide open with its yet more peculiar-looking occupant inside. Come in, almighty king. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading? Tell me my future, wise one, so we can get a good omen or a bad omen. Come experience the future with me. Adrian Pollard. Greedy. He's greedy and rude. A wise man. I'm not interested. I don't think we're very superstitious, are we? We're intelligent, diligent. Yes, we make our own future. I'm not interested. I am not interested at all. So we made it safely to the tournament. I can't wait for it to start. So jousting will begin in 3 days. Contest reward. The prize will be revealed at the end of the contest. We're participating in the contest, okay. Hard won. Alisar, the showy knight who guards his passage by challenging all corners, has had one fight too many. Nestor is said to have delivered him a frightful injury, opening the way for nobles to pass freely once more. Wait, what? Alisar Thorn died from an injury. No, not Sir Alisar Thorn. Damn. Joust contest begins. Contestants circle the lists on horseback, valets holding their arms aloft as the herald announces the contest's commencement. Squires scurry to and fro, bedecked in their religious colours, carrying equipment and supplies to the bouts ahead. The joust qualifiers have come to an end, and it's clear who will be put forward for the quarter-finals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no question as to the favourites. For my first bout, I have been paired against my vassal, Lord Brandon of the Mire. So his prowess is 14, and our prowess is 28, right? No, 37 actually. Rhaegar's armor. Mounted exercise, brave. Okay. So we had a 37% progress to victory. Your intent is to triumph. Yes. And 8 contestants remaining. Horse contest and wit contests are great. Foot and bow are not great. Okay, favorite contestant is us. So that's good. And now what do we do? Oh, I missed these options. I'm ready. I have a bet to place. Let's... If the winner is Lord Rolam, gain 315. No, this guy is not gonna win. No, this is a bad idea. Okay, Joust Sabotage. I vowed to myself I would win a contest in this tournament, and I can't help but consider a less fair approach to securing the prize of the Joust competition. I'm sure my opponents would do the same if they only had the idea. Who knows, maybe they already have. Brandon is a threat. Who is Brandon? No, he's not better than I am. I can't book Roman Vining. Ned must be pacified. There's no way to win. Oh, this is no way to win. Okay, we're going with this is... Well... With what? No, we're not gonna cheat. Joust quarterfinals. The penurious Paladin. Crunch. 2 lances splinter viciously as they strike home. I roll with the recoil as I was taught, hauling myself upright in my as my horse slows to a walk. As I shake the cobwebs of the impact from my head, the growing commotion in the crowd causes me to glance back from where I had come. My opponent Brandon is clearly in some distress. Not physical as far as I can tell, but he is engaged in what appears to be either an argument or discussion with a hapless valet. Drawing closer, I hear a few fragments of their debate. What do you mean we don't have any more? You lost our only spare? Brandon, can I offer you a lance? Well, the contest must go on. No, we are gonna play fair. Joust. Full tilt. The banner flickers and flap in the breeze, stealing away the crowd's breath for a moment as I curb my horse. I host my lance as the previous event of the contest play back through my mind, like when I lent my opponent a lance after they ran out. I am well down and bruised and battered to boot. My only real hope is hitting my adversary so hard they can't continue, but it would be a miracle. It's Lord Brandon. Maybe I hit them in the head. Aim high, go low. I think I saw a tell in a prior pass. No trickery, just aim for the shield. So the best option is... I think I saw a tell in prior pass. And we lost. Cool. Well, that was fun. Wait, no. Ah, no. Okay, we lost. Striking home. I watch as the tip of my lance nears and misses my opponent's shield. An instant later, I am rocked backward in my saddle, a lance splintering against my own shield. The crowd roars a curse to my ears. We reset once more, but as I charge, something feels off. The rhythm of the horse, or the way my armor sits. My lance veers off target at the last moment, and I feel his strike true, buckling my shield before the deafening crash, an explosion of splinters. The judges calls an end. I have lost. Rhaegar's wound speak to his valor. So wait, are we wounded? Hope not. Confounded. Well, that kinda sucks, but we played fair and square. The Joust quarter-finals are over. The Herald Rules, Lord Lyman of the Trident's Mouth, Lord Varian of Harroway, Lord Robin of Green Trust, and Lord Brandon of the Mire have reached the semi-finals. An interesting round. The semi-finals, Varian and Robin. Lord Varian and Lord Robin will joust. Okay, a fine contest. And Brandon and Lyman. We should have won this. We have way more prowess than they do. Final, Lord Varian of Harroway and Lord Brandon of the Mire. An interesting round. Joust resignation. Shying from the danger, or perhaps driven by some other motive, Lord Brandon has conceded to his opponent, Lord Varian, in the joust contest. Well, indeed, interesting. And Lady Alysanne compliments Lord Loras. So the contest winner is Lord Varian of Harroway. There's always next time. So he gains 750 prestige and 180 gold. And he's a champion jouster for 5 years. And Lord Brandon of the Mire got half of that and gained jouster. Okay, the melee will begin in 52 days. So I'm interested in wit contest. But we might have a chance in the melee. I mean, we're not that good, but we can still do something. Wait, are we hurt? Huh. So the melee contest begins. Glory will be ours. So Lord Trebor and Lord John are the team captains due to rank and experience. You are on Lord Trebor's team. Okay. So Lord Trebor, huh? Who is he? Wow, he has a really nice helmet. A clear divide has been drawn between the two teams, who stand across from each other, taunting as they prepare their equipment and whisper plans. Horses are readied in the background, the chargers whinnying and harumphing. It will be a brutal day's work. My team is sure to defeat Lord John's band of braggarts. So 50% progress to victory. Burning buildings. Amidst the blood and thunder of the melee, it is almost impossible to keep your bearings. The mass of competitors heave and sway, an uncontrollable pile of humanity. Woe betide anyone who should stand in its way. Of course, an unfortunate peasant need only move aside with haste to avoid the brawl. The issue is a little more pronounced, I consider, when the victim is a building. The melee has spilled over into Castle Pendrix proper, and even now I can see contestants from both sides ripping off pieces of building facade to use as rudimentary shields or even missiles. I fancy I can even hear crackling of flames in the middle of the distance. Enough. Truce. So our score increases slightly and we gain a bit of prestige, 81% and 18 noble obeisance. Perhaps it's time to leave. Holding of Pendrick Hills gets village destroyed. No, enough. Truce. Okay, we got 1% towards victory. Mental break. Wanton desires. Later it feels like I am constantly being distracted by lascivious thoughts and erotic fantasies. Well, with all the hardship of my everyday life, it is all too easy to lose myself in daydreams and forget about reality. These desires are clearly interfering with my life, but what should I do about them? I must sequester myself to avoid temptation. We gain the trait reclusive. Really? So we're not only going to be solitary, but outright reclusive. Or perhaps a new view of the seven who are one will help me. We convert to Baalism. We lose stress and we spend a bit of faith. I will bite my lip and try to stay focused. Arthur Dane is no longer my friend. No, let's convert. Let's convert. Melee in the high ground. I curb my horse after I pass at an opponent and head back into the fray. As I approach, I see a figure topple from their mount, blindsided by a blow from an opponent behind them. Seeming unhurt, Damien looks around wildly for his mount, but it is long gone, spooked by the noise. I draw closer still, fixated on his plight. Seated atop my charger, he looks so small, so defenseless. It would be honorable, so an onlooker would say, but there is precious little honor in the fray. Oh, it wouldn't be honorable. It wouldn't be honorable, so we have a choice. We attack, our score increases minutely, but we gain stress because we are brave. Okay? We shall settle this fairly on foot, or this is not the way I fight. No, we're gonna settle this fairly on foot. We have a 79% chance to prevail and increase our score, and we gain 7 trait experience in foot and 3 at horse. So did we? Yes, we prevailed in duel. Melee into the fray. The shadows loom long as the battle wears on, the fray shrinking as contestants limp away. Wheeling my horse, I think back to what has transpired so far, such as when I centered through the melee, watching others fall from their mounts. Events are clearly coming to a head, as tired battle lines are drawn up once more. The opportunity to stamp my mark on this contest is now. I will win a soldier's victory. So we have a 68% chance to greatly increase the score, or with me to victory. Okay, or perhaps if we draw them in here, or maybe we should just write it out. Nope, I will win a soldier's victory, 68% chance. And did we prevail? No, we didn't. As stratagems go, it was hardly my finest, though I wouldn't describe our plight as utterly disastrous. The enemy team punching through our center and beginning to hare away towards our unprotected camp could yet sound the death knell for our chances. It is almost impossible to call which side is closest to prevailing. There is still all to play for. I can see the heralds begin to make their way onto the field to signal the conclusion of the event. The end draws near. One more push. We completed the triumph intent. We lost 27 stress. You are waiting for the wrestling to begin. Okay, so we actually ended up the match here. We did it. We won. So contestants of the winning team, which is us, gain 350 prestige. And we gain 90 gold and gain melee victor for 5 years, which gives us extra martial and extra experience gain in martial. Cool. And Lord Trebor receives the prize of the grand tournament conclusion. Contestants of the losing team gets half. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me for this. And I'll see you next time with more Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 3. I'm having fun. Hopefully you are too.